Hey YouTubers, subscribers to Trinity Pro Sound, thank you for stopping by. Today we are going to bring you a video on the Rcf down here. This is a Tt1A, one of the new powered cabinets in the TT line from Rcf. And this thing is absolutely amazing as far as its output and response and just overall quality of sound. The specs on this, as we get into it, 800 watts. It's a 2A box. It's got a 10-inch Neo woofer in it, 2-inch titanium dome Neo compression driver with a 3-inch voice coil. It does have a 90 by 60 waveguide for the high frequencies, 96 kilohertz 32-bit DSP. Maximum SPL is 131, 90 by 60 box again. It does have RDNet option for it, so you can do RDNet control on it for installs or even for putting it out in a concert venue if you've got RDNet available. High frequency has got a 250 watt amplifier going to it. Low frequency 550 watts. These are both RMS wattage, not peak to peak, not programmed. This is true RMS watts on the TT box. So with that said, let's get into it. What we're going to do is just kind of do an overview of this box, and then we're going to do the take it apart. So as we get into this, we'll be explaining each of the components. These guys either are using proprietary B&O amps or PowerSoft. So really nice clean sound. The whole TT line, the DSP in it is just absolutely phenomenal. The way that RCF has voiced these boxes. We have a lot of the TT line in our inventory now that we are using for rental and production. And all I can say is that, oh my. So anyway, we're going to get into it and give you an overview and then get right into the inner workings. So first off, what we're going to get into is the back panel, and I'm going to have to reach around here to get into it. We've got standard power con in and out, grounding screw if needed, and then up here it does tell you with the programming what you can do for various shapes and responses on the box. Standard in and out. Here is where the RDNet module will plug into. It does have the ability to, with the RDNet module, recall certain setups in it. It's a really slick feature. It does have gain reduction. It has built-in delay, and it's got some built-in EQ presets on it as well. So it's all around has got a lot of capabilities to it, just right built into the DSP on the box. This is the amplifier module and preamp back here with the power down on the bottom. It does have a lot of the steel fly points in it for quick lock pins. On the top there is slotted flyware. There also is a place to do a suspension bracket for flying and hanging on the top. Out of the bottom of it, I don't know if you can see it, standard pole mount in the bottom of it itself. The grill construction on it is one of the standard things as far as quality in the Rcf TT line. Nice rubberized handles on the side for a really good firm grip. And weight-wise, this thing weighs in at, it's not light. Let me just tell you real quick on what this thing weighs. It is 59 pounds, so it's almost 60 pounds. We're going to get into it and find out why it does weigh so much. The thing is pretty beefy, and the low end out of the 10-inch driver is just exceptional, which we'll try to demonstrate to you later. But we're going to go ahead and get into it now and take this puppy apart. So we did it. We got the grill off. They don't want you to take those things off. They're a little bit tricky. So now we've got the horn exposed and the 10-inch woofer on this box, and let you kind of see the side profile of the horn there. Coated woofer. and looks like it's a cast aluminum basket. There looks like it is a possibly a plastic or a polypropylene horn, but it may be aluminum. We'll get it out and take a look. So there is the front of this puppy. So very solid construction, as I said, with the grill. It is rubber isolated so that it's not going to vibrate on you as well, and put in with threaded screws, as with most of all the Rcf TT line, so that there's no stripping of wood or anything like that on the boxes. So we're going to go ahead and take the high frequency driver out and then the low frequency driver and take a look at both of them. So now you can see clearly that we've got the low frequency driver out. It is a stamp frame basket. It has neo magnet on it, and weight-wise, probably, again, 6-7 pounds with a magnet assembly on the thing in the basket. Again, it is also sealed on the back here so that when it goes into the cabinet, it makes a nice airtight seal. And nice tight suspension because it hasn't been used very much. So now we get into the inner workings of this box, and we still got a lot of weight to it. So it's got to be in the amplifier. Leads coming out, but lots of dampening material to help the acoustics of the box. One of the things we found with the TT line is that the resonance that you find in other boxes and cabinets and things, these guys just don't have a lot of it. Everything that you hear comes out the front. A little bit of low-end resonance in the box at some frequencies, but I am quite surprised that you stand behind these things and just don't hear much out of them at all. So anyway, there's another angle looking at it. Lots of bracing inside the box to make it structurally sound for when it's flown with the rigging hardware. So there is no need for concern that they have built in multiple safety factors into this box. The way that they put in this hardware, it is all backed in steel on the inside as well, so that everything is in nice and tight. There's multiple other fly points on it that you can put in, probably M10 threaded hangers as well, in addition to the standard track flyware on the top of the box also. And you do have other rigging points on the side of the box as well. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and get the amplifier out of this box and take a look at that, and then we'll also then take a look at the construction of the box once the amplifier is out of it. Okay, we've got everything out of it now, including the amplifier. So you can see the whole cavity in there with just the single tail that plugs into the circuit board of the amplifier. There's a little metal strip here that holds it in and keeps it from falling out should all the screws fall out, which that'll probably never happen. But I was just thinking, it's like, well, maybe the amplifier is putting all the weight into this cabinet, but I was wrong. You lift this thing, and this thing's probably, just the cabinet alone, I'm going to say is probably close to 20 pounds. It is just beef and just solid. I mean, with everything out of it. You look at the construction of this, and it is just braced and nailed and screwed on the inside of this thing to make quite a formidable box for a 10-inch speaker. What we're going to do now, though, is grab the amplifier that we set aside and show you the amplifier and let you take a look at what makes this TT box tick. So here it is. This is the Tt1A amplifier assembly, and we turn this thing around. It's all pretty much aluminum heatsink, formed out of one piece of aluminum. But as you can see, we've got the processing DSP board up here with some jumpers down to the main power amplifier board. We've got the mains coming in here, and then the rest of it is just solid beef amplifier. Weight-wise, the amplifier is probably 8 or 9 pounds total, but this is all probably 3/16 aluminum that acts as a full heat sink for the power amplifier in this box to really disperse heat as it's produced and keep things nice and cool. As far as the construction, a lot of surface mount technology, switch mode efficient power supply on it. Does have a universal power supply that it'll run 100 volts to 120 and then 220 to 240 off the same power con connector, so that's a plus. It can be taken worldwide and used worldwide as needed. And with that said, we're going to go ahead and get this thing back together and play a little bit of music through it. But there you have it. This is the Rcf Tt1A 10-inch 2-way full range awesome little speaker, brought to you by Trinity Productions. Before we go, one of the things I wanted to add, as you spin this thing around, the amplifier is mounted on little rubbery shock mounts inside here, so that protects the, whoops, dropped a screw, protects the amplifier from any sudden jars or stress, maybe being dropped or something like that. Heaven forbid. But good, nice little shock mounts on there, vibration mounts as well to keep everything protected. But there it is, Tt1A. So here we are all back together with the Tt1A. Got a little bit of music coming through it. You're not going to be able to probably really tell much with the response that we've got going on here with the camera and this microphone that's on me. But it is an amazing little box. It does just get stupidly loud and clear. Again, the construction on this thing is just total beef. So they make a Tt1, Tt2, and a Tt5. So a 10, 12, and a 15 in this series. And as the box gets bigger, the power ratings go up on the line, as well as the drivers. The Tt5 is a 15-inch driver. And so anyway, there you have it. Highly recommended, as with any of the TT products, with their line arrays and their monitors, and of course their legendary subwoofers with the dual 18s and the big double 21 that they make, which is absolutely earth-shaking. So there you are, Rcf Tt1A. If you have any questions, drop us a line, shoot us an email, look us up on Facebook too, or on the website at www.trinity.prosound.com. You can give us a call also. We are dealers for RCF and for DB Technologies, and about 50 other different pro audio lines, including mixers and microphones, cabling and road cases, and you have it. So again, we do make killer deals and have a pretty broad product line. So give us a call, 209-832-8023. And again, thank you for stopping by and watching the video, and hope to see you again soon. Thanks.